Welcome back, everybody, to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here in October in the Wild Card Series. We are now tied with the Arizona Diamondbacks as they bounced back in Game 2 to take an even standing. It's 1-1. Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound for them, Jared Jones for us. We know Jared Jones is quality, but I don't know much about Eduardo Rodriguez, so let's take a look at his numbers. He's 32 years old. He's an 80 overall right now with B potential. His numbers and attributes all look pretty even keel. He's got some bonuses or growth in some categories, but nothing too fancy. And over 182 innings, he's got a 4.01 ERA. He's got a pretty high whip from what it looks like. He's got 53 walks, 187 hits. And he's only won 9 games out of 33 that he started in, so he's not untouchable. And that's really the point that I want to move into this game thinking about. I am going to change the batting order as well. Rodriguez is a left-handed pitcher, and because of that, I've moved some people around. I've shuffled things a little bit, and we're going to have Joey Bart leading off today. I've also got Nick Gonzalez at shortstop, Harry Ford as the DH today, and I've moved some of the other guys around in the order, so let's see if that helps. It's Game 3 of the Wild Card Series, and in the National League, there can only be one winner. And it's going to be a long way to get there. If we can continue past this game and move further into the Division Series, the Championship Series, it's a long road when you start from the wild card, but we are one of the privileged few to begin play here in October, and we've won our first game, lost our second, and it's time to bounce back. It's 2-2 against Christian Yelich. And he's hitting .375 against us here in the postseason so far. He fouls that away to stay alive. And Jared Jones will get a fastball inside to sit down Yelich, and that's a good start. Jake McCarthy, who has been a thorn in our side in these 2 games, will swing and miss on that circle change below the zone. Thank you for that gift. That's 2 strikeouts to begin the day for Jones. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr., someone we got to be very careful with all the time, and he will lift that to center field for O'Neal Cruz, and that is a very nice first inning complete for Jared Jones. We're going to see now Eduardo Rodriguez and how he fares in the postseason. He has yet to make an appearance, as this is only the 3rd of 3 games. Chance of let's go Bucks, as we've got our home field advantage here, and that may or may not have been helping us. I'm not sure, but it is nice to hear lots of friendly fans here, the Pittsburgh Pirates faithful, cheering us on, waving those yellow towels. And Reynolds is going to ground out there over to second base. So 2 down here pretty quickly against Rodriguez. And now O'Neal Cruz. He's averaging .429 through those 2 games so far, and that's not going to quite get through in the right field. A clean inning for both pitchers. Now here in the top of the second against Ketel Marte, who registered an 8.7 WAR this year. And he will continue to have success as a line drive goes into center field for O'Neal Cruz, and that's a leadoff single for the Diamondbacks. Connor Norby now at the plate, and he'll watch that fastball at the bottom of the zone. We've got him. It's a good thing, too, because he is very, very quick. You don't want him on the bases. Same thing can be said for Corbin Carroll, but this time we cannot prevent it, as he gets a 1-out single, and there's now 2 men on. The crowd is getting loud here, as there are 2 men on, and Arizona is threatening the first run of the game. That's lifted high. O'Neal Cruz poised underneath it, and that's going to be out number 2. The runners stay exactly where they are at first and second. Gabriel Moreno now, 2-2 against him. Hit weakly to Schumann over at third, and that is it. They will strand 2. Nobody scores yet. Now the bottom of the second. It's our turn again, and Schumann is at the plate after that defensive highlight. It's stopped on the ground at third base. The throw over, but Schumann is there. And we've got a leadoff single. And now Nick Gonzalez steps to the plate. He gets good contact, and it goes over second base. There we go. 2 singles to lead off the bottom of the second. And now Harry Ford will see his first postseason appearance. Chance of let's go Bucks, and that's a line drive, but unfortunately right at the second baseman. And now Jack Sawinski. Has this guy had a renaissance here in the postseason or what? We get good timing there, but the contact is only okay. And so that will hold the runners there, and we are now in danger of repeating what Arizona just did by getting 2 men on to lead and then squandering both of them on the base paths. And Jared Triolo could make the difference. Good timing there, but again, contact is okay. He's underneath it, and that's 2 innings down. Both teams still scoreless. We move to the top of the 3rd, and Perdomo is at the plate, 1-2, and he's underneath that 12 curve. Jared Jones has got the strikeouts working for him. That's number 4 through 2 1/3 so far. And Yelich comes back to the plate, and no, it's hit hard and well, going deep to right field, and that is it. Arizona has once again taken the lead. He gives a wave out to right field, and the Diamondbacks are on the board first, putting us on the defensive and having to react quickly once again. They've been really, really good about scoring first, and it's been really annoying. I just want to have some length. I want to have a little bit less pressure here, but it's the postseason, and we don't come here to not work hard. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to get a long single to right field, and I have confidence now. I think it's more of a focus, I think, actually, in this game. Now that we're facing a lefty, I do believe that that's going to make a difference because we've got a lot of bats that are primed to smash lefties, and hopefully we can take advantage of that. But Christian Yelich gives the Snakes the lead here in Game 3, the pivotal Game 3. Really, at this point, the only one that matters. And Joey Bart goes high to right field. It's going back, going deep, and it's out of here! Joey Bart answers right back against Arizona for his first home run of the postseason. He's come through a lot throughout this year, and we've been able to really depend on him in these clutch moments. And here we go again. The fireworks going off. What a view that is. I love that camera shot as Joey Bart has given us life once again, and we are tied. He's in the dugout now. He's got the sword. I love it. I love it so much. That's awesome. All right, 2 down now for O'Neal Cruz. It's a brand new ball game. Neither team with the advantage anymore. Cruz to left field. That's a line drive, and it's going to be a 2-out double. We are not quite done yet here in the bottom of the 3rd. Max Schumann will step to the plate. Here we go. Rodriguez. And, oh, man, it looked like it hit off of his knee. And I might have been able to score Cruz there, but with 2 outs, I did not want to take the chance of 2 men on base and getting an easy out there, something that could be prevented. And Rodriguez is going to kind of nod and shake it off a little bit, and he's going to wave away the training staff. Looks like he's fine, but could be a scary moment there for Arizona and Rodriguez. So ultimately, glad he's okay. And we've got men on the corners for Gonzalez, and that's lifted to left. And that's an out. All right, so I don't know. Maybe we should have sent Cruz. Maybe not. We'll see. The pitching comparison, as we have completed 4 innings now, look just slightly in our favor. 1 less hit, 2 more strikeouts, and we both got 1 earned run against us. It's the top of the 5th. Gabriel Moreno at the plate and Jared Jones ahead 0-2. And we've got him. Circle change in the outer edge, and Moreno goes down looking. So that's 5 strikeouts now for Jared Jones. And now we're against Perdomo, who will lift that to left field for Brian Reynolds. He's underneath it, and that's 4 2/3 down for Jared Jones. Christian Yelich comes back around, and you got to be careful. I'll go down and inside, I think. Yep, that's a good pitch. Cruz running for it, long way to go, and his speed will get him there. And we move now to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up. It's 1-2 with 2 outs against Brian Reynolds. And we're not quite making Rodriguez work as much as I want. And wow, a called strike on the bottom inside corner. I don't know. That's really, really tough. That could have gone either way, but ultimately I'll say it's fair. Top of the 6th now with a full count to Jake McCarthy, who we know has that power. And he's going to hit that weakly this time over to Horwitz at first. That's 5 1/3 down. And now Vladdy comes back to the plate. 0-2 against him, and we get another ground out over to Spencer Horwitz. And that's 2 outs. I'll take it. Ketel Marte now as Jared Jones is at 83 pitches. He's ahead 0-2. And that's hit well to right field. Sawinski is going to get there. Yes, all right. The reaction was just barely in time, but we're there. And it's now the top of the 7th. Jared Jones still in here. I've kept him in because he's been successful, but he is getting tired. Connor Norby will pop that ball up for Joey Bart right there next to the batter's box. And 6 1/3 down to Jones. It's 2-2 now against Corbin Carroll. This is pitch number 95, and we got to be very careful now. Carroll to Schumann. Over to first, and we got him. 2 down. And we're going to take just a moment to talk to Jared Jones. We had a similar situation with Paul Skeens in Game 1. We talked to him, asked how he was doing, and he said he was confident to do it. Jared Jones says the same. 95 pitches, confidence is high, energy is low. It's 1-1 against Gurriel. And that is going to find the gap in right center field, and maybe it was a mistake to leave in Jared Jones. Sawinski's going to throw that in, but that's a 2-out double. There's now a runner in scoring position for Arizona, and that's going to be the end of the day for Jared Jones. A wonderful effort to get us through most of the game with only 1 run allowed, but it's time to get some help. And we're going to call in Hunter Harvey to do just that. He's only gotten 4 outs for us here in the postseason, but they've all been clean. No strikeouts, no hits, I guess. Or no, the lefties had an average there, but either way, we just need 1 out right now. Kind of a spot for Hunter Harvey. And he will get a first pitch swing, and that's lifted to Reynolds. There we go. Sometimes it's as easy as just 1 single pitch from a different guy. Different look, different challenge. You never know what's going to make the difference, but this time it's Hunter Harvey. And the Diamondbacks will bring in Jordan Romano. And we saw him. We touched him up for a run, and he only got 1 out on us, but we were pretty successful against Romano. And with him being a righty, I think now it's time to make some changes. Harry Ford's at bat, and he's DHing. And I'm looking at who's better against righties. And Palacios has got decent stuff, but then I remember, Luis Ariz is who we originally had DHing. And let's get him back in there. He's a solid contact lefty, and it's time for him to step up. So Luis Ariz comes back in. 247 for the regular season, a little lower than what the expectations were, but he's got a chance to make everything all gravy if he can do something good for us. And that's a slider outside. Romano misses. They've got another righty in the bullpen right now, Thompson. It's that sidearm pitcher that we saw there in Game 2 that I don't like. But Romano is here on the mound. Let's focus on him. And Ariz will weakly chop that over to first, and Romano has his first out. I don't like these games when they're tied going deep, when we're in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning of a tie game. It's just nonstop stressful. Anything could be the difference, the pivotal moment. And Sawinski's going to strike out there, and that's the 2nd out for Romano. Jared Triolo now in the 8th spot, behind 0-2. Romano delivering. That's weakly. Oh, wow, he just spun and grabbed that. That was so graceful. That was like a figure skater just pirouetting. All right, we're going to leave Hunter Harvey in there. He got an out after only 1 pitch, and he'll get Perdomo underneath the zone on that splitter. Beautiful. Christian Yelich here. Last time through the order. Top of the 8th with 1 out, and that's hit weakly. Horowitz getting a lot of action there at first base, and that's out number 2. And now Jake McCarthy. It's tied up, 2-2, and there we go. Weakly grounded to Schumann. So Hunter Harvey has got us through the top of the 8th. See if we can get anything going in the bottom. And here he is, Ryan Thompson. He comes back around. We did score on him when we saw him, so I know he's not untouchable. It's just that sidearm delivery is so wacky to me. The animation as it comes through, it's just really hard to pinpoint because it's not very common. And I know that's true to real life as well. Some of those guys can be very tricky. But Spencer Horowitz is going to ground out. Joey Bart leading off, which is not usually a sentence that I'm going to say in this series, will then drive that to right field, and okay, for a moment, got excited, but Corbin Carroll is there, and there's 2 down now for Brian Reynolds. We're coming down to the wire here, as there's only 4 outs left to go in regulation, and Reynolds is behind that. 2 more righties, Edwards Jr. and Curtis in the bullpen, so I do like that we're getting back to this lefty-righty matchup. I know we've got some guys that can hit lefty, and I'm excited to be able to utilize that against a right-handed pitching staff. But Reynolds is going to ground out, and we might have to walk this thing off. I'm going to leave in Hunter Harvey for right now. His energy's looking good. He's only pitched 13 pitches, and it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he lifts that to right field for Sawinski. There we go. Nice and easy out. No stress for Hunter Harvey yet. Ketel Marte back at the plate. And that is going left, deep, and back, and it's foul. Oh my goodness. 6.4 feet outside of the pole, and that was a scare that I did not need. Wow. All right, 0-2 against Marte, and we got him. Perfect pitch by Hunter Harvey. He nails the bullseye in the lower inside corner, and we get the tip that he's getting tired now. Connor Norby's at the plate. We're about halfway on that energy level, though, and it's 1-2. We just need one more good pitch to get us out of here. And Gonzalez is able to stop it. The throw over. Oh, no. Horwitz can't do it. He stretches out, nearly splits in half, but Connor Norby is just so fast. What can we do, man? I mean, it was so close. The effort was all there. I really thought that we were going to get him, but 4.2 seconds from home to first is quick enough to do it this time. All right, so Harvey, he's tired. He gave up a runner now, and we're going to pull in Garrett Clevenger. He's only seen one inning in this postseason. No score against him. He's got a strikeout, and he was really consistent for us all year. Last year, he was incredible. This year, a little bit less so, but still very reliable. And there's 2 outs. We just need something good. But we'll miss below the zone, a fastball to Corbin Carroll, and it's 1-0. Oh, man, I'm feeling the stress, and that's lifted. Reynolds going for it, should have the time, and he does. There we go. Clevenger gives us a half inning in which to get some work done and try to walk this thing off. O'Neill Cruz, Max Schumann, Nick Gonzalez. Those 3 are going to get the opportunity. The Diamondbacks will leave in Ryan Thompson for now, and we've got MVP chance for O'Neill Cruz. He takes that fastball inside. 1-0. 8 pitches for Ryan Thompson, but his energy level, if you see it there, it's yellow. He's tired. He's going to get a little more sloppy. But we get good contact, good timing, and he's out. Just right to the second baseman. All right, let's talk about maybe doing another substitution here. We've got Max Schumann at the plate, but I'm looking at his numbers, 70 contact right, 48 power right. Who do we replace him with? Nick Gonzalez is next. He's on deck, and he represents the final out of the game, possibly. And he's actually a little worse against righties than Schumann. So maybe with that contact 70, we just leave Schumann in. We'll actually give him the chance here. Righty-righty matchup is not usually favorable, and that slider is swung on and missed. Schumann, one of the newer acquisitions here to the Pirates franchise. He has been instrumental in helping get us to this point. Not been a superstar, but this isn't the kind of team that can put together a ton of superstars. We already had Paul Skeens, we had O'Neill Cruz. We've got a few guys and a few pieces to build around, and that's what we've done. Schumann, oh my gosh! A laser beam, it hits Thompson in the face, and they get the out as well, but wow. And yeah, that's an injury. The trainers come out to look at Ryan Thompson, and they don't believe he's got a concussion, but he will be removed from the game. Wow, with 1 out left to go. Both of these teams vying for life in the postseason. It all comes down to this final out. And off of the injury, they're going to call in A.J. Puck. Wow. 2 innings pitched in the postseason, but yeah, I got to take another look at this. So here it is in real time. Yep, looks like it hits him right in the face. Unbelievable. Let's get a closer zoom here. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Oh, right off the chin, maybe. Wow. Thompson does a full 360. A little more, maybe a 540. I don't know. But ultimately, yeah, wow. He's going to just pose like an infant there. And that's how he's going to freeze frame, and that's it. So a perfect hit from Max Schumann turns out to be a head heat-seeking missile. And A.J. Puck is in the game now. Nick Gonzalez at the plate. Fouled away to the right. Late on that timing. We got to get a little better there. 0-1 against him. Coming down to the wire. 0-2. We're on the final strike, final out of the game, and it's all on Nick Gonzalez's shoulders. This is not a guy who has been a superstar for us, but he has been successful. And he'll be successful here with a single into center field. He's got speed. He's on base. And we give the opportunity to another guy, Luis Arise. I've been talking about needing him to step up to the plate, pun intended, literally and figuratively, and he's here now. Luis Arise is primed for a very, very big moment for us. And A.J. Puck delivers 2 balls in a row to him. That one backing him off the plate a little bit. That sinker inside. Here we go. That's called for a strike. I think that was mostly outside, so I'll take that. There's not much we're going to do. We'll just get jammed inside if we swing. Let's go, Bucks. The chance started up once again. And that's ball 3 inside. Jack Sawinski on deck, averaging .444 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Sawinski stepping in for Evan Carter has really saved the day, or rather the game, in the past 2 games. And there we go. Luis Ariz takes a walk, and Sawinski is going to walk to the plate. He has been unbelievable here in the postseason. Some of these guys, when they get the opportunity, they make the most of it, and Sawinski has done so. And here we go again. It goes left field. Sawinski, it falls down. The runner comes home, and Sawinski has done it. The Pirates win. The Pirates win. Praise the Jolly Roger. There we go. We're advancing into the NLDS, everybody. Our first appearance in the postseason. Everybody jumping and celebrating. It's pandemonium in Pittsburgh. Can you believe it? We go to Game 3 against the Diamondbacks, and we walk it off with 2 outs. We managed to fend off A.J. Puck. 2 men on, 2 outs. Down to the last batter, the last moment we could possibly do it, and we've done it, everybody. It's been an incredible journey to get here to the postseason, and I'm very happy to say it's going to continue. We are going to move further, and we will be advancing here in the National League. Unbelievable. October is just different, you guys. We'll be taking on the Phillies in the NLDS, and that's going to be a very, very tough battle, but I think with this team, like I said before, we've got the pieces to do it. Here's the matchups. Minnesota and Baltimore, Seattle and Cleveland, Atlanta and L.A., and then the Pirates and the Phillies. I'm ready to do this, you guys. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully, we can just advance further, challenge for the championship, and who knows, maybe even a World Series. We're going to see Zach Littell and Christopher Sanchez face off. And if you guys have like an MVP so far for the postseason, it's got to be Sawinski, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, and we'll advance here soon. See you guys later.